I'm extremely excited for this video that I have for you today, as I've waited for a long time for something like this to come to market. I've got some important information at the end of the video, so this is definitely something you want to watch all the way through. Inside this cardboard box, there is something that I've been dreaming would come to reality in the repair industry. This is the clone DZ03 programmer, designed for the iPhone 10 through 12 Pro Max to fix the Face ID dot projector. Inside we have a power supply and the programmer itself. Let's open it up and get our first look at the clone DZ03. It's got a unique transparent back that allows us to see the internals, which is pretty cool. And you can see here we have all of the different models from the 10, 10R, 10S, 10S Max, 11, 11 Pro, 12, iPad Pro 3 and 4, the iPhone 13, 14, 14 Plus, and 14 Pro. That's pretty cool. So up until now, whenever there's been an issue with the Face ID not working, it's typically something that requires some solder work. This tool is going to allow us to bypass all of that meticulous in pulling apart the dot projector, removing the little MOSFET, running the jumper, aligning the crystal, gluing it back together, and all of those things that we had to do with soldering the dot projector over to tag-on flex and reprogramming it. This bypasses all of those steps so that we can fix the issues with the dot projector without doing that hard work. I've got one that says a problem is detected with the TrueDepth camera. Face ID has been disabled. Let's see if we can get this 12 Pro Max to work. Alright, we'll need to download the Mega IDEA here on quanly.cn. I'll click the download, wait for it to download all the way. We'll go through the process of installing it. We'll finish it. Alright, once in, we'll register. I'm going to switch it to email here. We'll put in our email address and we'll put in a password and we'll repeat that password, and then we'll put in a name for ourselves and get a verification code. After going to our email, I can type in the verification code within that minute, and now we're logged in. So I wanted to quickly show you, we've got the device connected with our USB-C to our computer. We also have a lightning cable to connect to the phone that we're working with. We'll plug in the power supply to an outlet, and that's the basic setup. So you have to have the phone connected to the computer, even though it won't have the front-facing camera assembly in it. So you can turn it on and trust the computer so the program can recognize it. We'll have the Type-C style connected to the computer as well, so the program can interface with the tool here. And then we'll run power to it as well from the wall. Alright, so I've got an iPhone 12 Pro Max now. I'll go ahead and connect up the dot projector. Alright, so we've got it connected. We're going to run a test real quick. And you can see we've got, the test is complete and we've got abnormal across the board here. Alright, we're going to click read and we will save that file. Alright, now we've done the cloud backup. Alright, now we've got the activation complete. Alright, now we'll disconnect the dot projector and we will connect the tag-on flex. Make sure it's got a solid connection there. And we will click Cloud Burn. Hit OK. Alright, and it says test complete. Now we'll take the tag-on flex and we will connect it up to the dot projector. I'll show you how we fold this here in a second, but let's just go ahead and connect it up real quick so that we can test it and make sure that it is working. Alright, we've got it connected again with the tag-on flex, and let's hit test. and everything comes out normal. Each of these flex cables folds in a little bit different way from each other. This one being a 12 Pro Max, this is how it goes. Got the tag on flex, we're gonna connect it like this to the dot projector. Now we will fold it back on itself to where the flex cable here lines up with the side in between the dot projector there and the camera. And then we're gonna fold it over itself into basically thirds, like so. That way things will line up. So it's kind of snaking over itself like that. So each one of the cables folds a little bit differently so that we can fit it inside the phone. So we're gonna go ahead and connect up the front-facing camera assembly. I'm gonna start by kind of anchoring the true depth camera and the front camera in so that I can actually position the unit. Now I need to manipulate the tag on flex to sit nice and comfortably inside the phone. Now we can connect up the tag on flex and put back the camera bracket. That'll help kind of compress down the dot projector tag on flex. So we've got the tag on flex down inside there, fitting nicely. I'm gonna go ahead and close up this phone so that we can test it. Go ahead and turn the phone on. Alright, so I'm gonna go into the settings. We're gonna go over to Face ID. And now you can see that the message is gone. So let's go ahead and see if we can set up Face ID. You can see there we go. We'll set up that later. Put in a passcode. Alright, let's check and see if it unlocks. Perfect. So as you can see, with a little bit of programming, we've been able to restore the Face ID functionality to this phone. However, this is not always the case. If you have a phone that has had the front-facing camera assembly replaced, and they've replaced that original part to that phone, this will not work. Also, if there's physical damage to the flex cable or to the dot projector unit itself, this will also not be effective. For those repairs, you are going to need to resort back to the old way of replacing the components that were damaged by replacing the flex cable and doing the solder work that is involved to regain that Face ID functionality. So that's still something that is going to be needed, but this is going to be 90% of the failures are going to be something that can be fixed with reading the data off of the flex cable and programming it onto a tag on flex. Super excited about this. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. Thanks a ton for watching. We'll see you in the next video.